Hi everyone, it's me, Arielle, and it's Wednesday Warriors. And today I'm going to be talking about a topic that relates to International Women's Day, which is this Thursday, March 8th. So today I'm going to be talking about the importance of support and sisterhood and healthy role models who are women, for me specifically, also just in general, and just to give you some positive reinforcement, some encouragement to keep going, and some motivation and kudos for those of you who are really working hard in recovery. The importance of support is huge. A support system doesn't have to be an elaborate system of people and things that are always at your fingertips. It doesn't mean that you have to have 10 friends and 5 family members and a variety of resources. A support system can be one close friend, one significant other. It doesn't have to be something that you create into this mass of support. Your support system is what it is. It's what you have. So you just have to look at what you have. You have to embrace what you have. And you have to count that as a strength, because support isn't about the numbers. It's about the quality of that support. I've done a video in the past called Helpful Support. In that video, I talked about what constitutes helpful support. It's primarily for people out there who are wondering how they can support individuals with eating disorders, and it really lays it out for them what helpful support really means, because sometimes people think that they're being supportive, but what they're doing isn't really helpful to the individual they're trying to be supportive to. I also did a really great video back in 2010 called Where and How to Get Help, and I detail places on the web, specific resources, hotlines, phone numbers, organizations, and I really give you the kind of support that anyone can have, the support that isn't a friend or a family member, the support that is out there waiting for you to utilize it. That video is a 10.5-minute video, and if you check that video out, you want to be sure to look at the info box below that video right on YouTube, where I give you all of the links that I'm talking about in the video. If YouTube doesn't allow clickable links to outside websites, you won't be able to click the link as I talk about it, but if you go to that info box, you can certainly check them out that way, and I really do suggest those things. I told you I was going to talk about the importance of sisterhood just because specifically this week I'm looking at International Women's Day and how that's a great thing. This isn't to minimize the role that men have in being supportive, and it certainly isn't meant to minimize the fact that many men struggle with an eating disorder. Just for today, I'm highlighting women's contributions and things of that nature because of International Women's Day. And in talking about sisterhood, I've done videos in the past, I think centered around International Women's Days of the past, where I talked about role models and inspirations to me. There's a video that I did last year in 2011 for International Women's Day where I talked about sisterhood. It was called Sisterhood and Recovery, and I talked about sisterhood and how that relates to recovery and how that can be helpful with recovery, and I also talked a little bit about what I want to contribute to the world as a woman. So if you'd like to check that out, by all means, I'll post the link for you as well. There's an even older video from 2010, and it's called Women Who've Influenced Me, and even though that video wasn't targeted at International Women's Day, it does talk about a lot of similar themes, and I do basically list for you the women who've influenced me and why. And it was meant to be a topic where I shared why those women were inspirational to me that had nothing to do with appearance. I think it's a great thing for you to do, for you to try, to make a list of the women who have been inspirational to you, who have influenced you positively in your life. And if you don't list the reasons why they've helped you or been inspirational, at least think about them as you look at their name, and think about why they're important to you and why they're so inspirational. And don't let any of those traits be physical traits. Really think about what they've brought to the world and what they've brought to your world. Think about the qualities that you really want to emulate. Think about the woman that you want to be, and understand that you can be what you want to be. You can achieve what you want to achieve, and healthy role models are wonderful things to have. In past videos, I've talked about some inspirational female role models as being certain people in my family or certain people that I know in real life. And for this video, just to give you a little bit of something new if you've already watched those videos, I want to talk about some inspirational female role models who are more well known, who have either passed on or who are widely known that you would be familiar with. And I just want to share with you why I find them to be inspirational to me. So these are some of the women that I find inspirational. Ellen DeGeneres. She's really, really likable for many good reasons. Jane Addams. If you haven't already learned about her, you should. Louisa May Alcott. She's always been one of my favorite women. Gerda Weissmann Klein. She is amazing. She is pure strength. I think that one of the things you'll realize when you are looking for role models or when you're talking about role models is that there are so many different traits that are so wonderful and positive and strong that have nothing to do with recovery from an eating disorder. You can really love and admire a woman because she's creative, or really love and admire a woman because she's brave or strong. And all of those things can really impact and help recovery from an eating disorder, but they aren't linked only to recovery from an eating disorder. So, whereas you can have a role model who's very brave influence your own recovery, someone else who doesn't have an eating disorder can have the same role model, and the fact that that woman is brave can influence your friend to do completely different things. That's the beauty of having such a healthy role model. They can inspire people in different ways, and it's really important to remember that there are no specific traits associated with eating disorder recovery. There are specific traits associated with living your life to the fullest and having a happy existence. I respect all of these women and many more, but I respect all of these women for specific reasons completely unrelated to the way they look, and really completely unrelated to eating disorder recovery, but their very being speaks to me on a lot of levels, and I really want to be the best person that I can be, the best woman that I can be, and I hope that I have some of the traits that I admire in these women. It's something that I aspire to. Admiring and liking and trying to emulate certain traits from people that we respect is a wonderful thing, but it won't make you any less you, because you are the only you. You're your own person, you're unique, and by finding out what you like and by finding out what you don't like and by really aspiring to be a happy, healthy, engaged person, you're being actively you. And that's a really beautiful thing. Most of you know my website's called Actively Arielle, A Voice with a Commitment. And I called it Actively Arielle because I'm actively me. I'm actively Arielle, and I'm living my life, really living it. Before, my life was just there when I was stuck in my eating disorder, and now I'm actively Arielle. And I know it's sort of a strange term, but I think it fits perfectly, and if you really think about it for a second, you'll see why. I'm going to post the link to the International Women's Day website so that you can see all of the different events that are being held this week in America, in the UK, in plenty of other countries besides just those two. And you can get engaged if you'd like to. You can just see what's out there. Maybe you never knew International Women's Day was an actual day before, and it's great to learn something new. But I think at the core, what every woman should do on International Women's Day is celebrate herself. Celebrate yourself this week. Celebrate yourself on Thursday, International Women's Day. Celebrate what you are, what you've become, where you've gone with your life, what you've done, what you plan to do. Celebrate your dreams. Give yourself that motivation that you need, and really let yourself know that you can do this. I hope you all have a great week, everyone. I'll see you next time.